What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Unmeister. And in today's video, I wanted to share my thoughts and talk about whether Red Dead Redemption 3 should get an online. So let's get into it. Let's not waste any time. Now, I'm just going to share my thoughts on whether I think Red Dead should get an online, Red Dead Redemption 3. So, yeah, we're going to be talking about that. And, I'm going to put aside the things like sales and how many players are playing the game, because I did mention that in my previous videos, such as, was Red Dead Redemption 2 as successful as GTA 5? That's where I most likely talk about the online and the sales it made. But in this video, I'm mostly going to be talking about gameplay and, things like the currency in the game. So if you want to learn more about, like, the sales that Red Dead Online made, just check out that video. I'll leave it in the link below, but let's get into it. Now, with Red Dead Online, as much as I nitpick it a few times in my other videos and how grindy it is, I definitely feel like it's not a horrible game. It is Rockstar's worst attempt at making an online, because they were trying to recreate the success that they made from GTA 5 and try to implement that with Red Dead. But yeah, it's not a terrible game. I just feel like it's Rockstar's worst attempt at making an online. It does have a few nice things. I do really like the game, even though, there are some things that are just sort of like unacceptable with the game. But otherwise, it's not a terrible game. It's pretty fun. I really enjoyed the blood money contracts, and the capitali, or whatever, however you pronounce it. But yeah, those missions are pretty fun. They're really action-packed. And I feel like, with Red Dead Online, they really do a great job at making you feel like an outlaw with your character. So that's something to keep in mind as well. And that's something they did really well with, because when I'm playing the game, I mean, there's a bunch of stuff that they added in, as they do with these online games. But yeah, it's pretty fun. You do feel like a gunslinger. There are some other things such as spinning your gun around, but we'll get to that in another video when I become a bounty hunter. But yeah, there's some pretty cool aspects that they did with this game. More clothing items have been added, new hairstyles, new guns, but as usual with these Rockstar Online games, obviously they're gonna make things really expensive. I mean, and this is the main problem that I have with Red Dead Online, personally with me, is that the game is just really grindy. I mean, there are three currencies in the game. You've got cash, gold, and this other blue icon that I don't really know, but he had three currencies in the game besides, from the original, which only had cash. So yeah, keep that in mind as well. Also, with these items, clothes and guns, they are pretty expensive, especially for Red Dead Redemption 2. I mean, some items go over $100, and you also have to keep in mind that these missions, depending on which one you do, pay like $8 or at the most $30, depending on which one you're doing, whether it's the blood money contracts or stranger missions. But yeah, these missions don't really pay out that well, especially for what they're charging you. I mean, yeah, these prices are just pretty insane. Some items go over $500. So that's what I personally think they screwed up with. But yeah, like I said, you guys could just share your thoughts in the comments and what you think, whether this is a huge problem or not. But yeah, besides all the grindiness with the, Red Dead Online and how expensive items are and how they don't really pay you that much, you have to say, I mean, this game makes you feel like an outlaw. I mean, with the clothing items, the different hairstyles and missions, I mean, it is really fun. I mean, and a lot of this stuff is solo. You can't do them solo, so that's pretty nice as well. You're not really needing another player to play the game with. If they did go that route where you have, you have to play with multiple different players, that probably would have backfired because when I'm playing Red Dead Online, most of the time it's just me. I haven't really seen any other players. The most I've seen in a session was like 4 players. But yeah, you guys can check out my other videos on how many players are playing the game. But yeah, not a lot of people are really playing Red Dead Online. I personally play to feel like an outlaw and just have some really fun and just have a fun time with the game. Because yeah, they really succeed in that with the amount of fun that you can have. Now, as for Red Dead 3, I feel like what they tried to do with Red Dead Redemption 2 online, they tried to replicate the success from GTA 5's online and try to implement that with Red Dead. As we all know from my previous videos, GTA 5 online is just a huge game, and made Rockstar a lot of money.
Here comes the money. Here we go. Money talk. Here comes the money.
So yeah, I feel like they tried to replicate that and do it with Red Dead Redemption 2, specifically because of just how successful the game was. So they probably thought if they made it online, it would be the same, but it didn't really work out. Personally, what I think they should have done with Red Dead 2 and what they should do with Red Dead Online, I mean Red Dead 3, is that instead of giving the games an online, because online specifically and personally for me, I think that should stay with the GTA games. I really think that if they wanted to do an online, they should just stick it with GTA 5, because that's going to be really successful. I mean, you're in the current time, listening to current music, playing with your friends, driving cars, going crazy. I feel like that really fits with GTA 5. So if they want to do an online, just do it with GTA 6 and leave Red Dead out of it. I think they should just do some DLCs, maybe like Undead Nightmare, and you're just fighting off hordes of zombies, or maybe another DLC, like they do with the GTA games. Maybe we play as a different character or an extended storyline, new clothing items. You could sell it for like $10 or 100 rand, depending on where you live. But yeah, it's just something like that. I really don't think with these Red Dead games they should get an online, because like we saw with Red Dead 2, it doesn't really work. And it's not just because Rockstar made a few mistakes. I mean, generally, players do prefer GTA 5 online. I mean, like I said, you're driving cars with your friends, lots of stuff to do, especially since it's in the current day, there's social media. So, yeah, I feel like they shouldn't do that with Red Dead 3 and give it an online. Maybe just do some DLCs like Undead Nightmare, because a lot of players really did want Red Dead Redemption 2 to have Undead Nightmare. Like with Red Dead 1, it had a DLC, Undead Nightmare, which from I've heard is pretty good. So maybe they should have done that with Red Dead 2. That's just how I feel. But yeah, personally, I don't think Red Dead 3 should get an online. That's just how I feel personally. I really think it wouldn't work out. And yeah, they should just give it some DLCs, maybe some new characters, new storyline, and add in a bunch of stuff like new guns, new clothing items. So yeah. And now that I've shared my thoughts on whether, Red Dead 3 should get an online, let's move on to the fact that's most likely going to happen and what Rockstar will do. So, personally, what I think, and from what I've seen, personally, I think what's most likely to happen is that Rockstar don't do an online for Red Dead 3, especially when what they saw from Red Dead 2 online. So they're probably not going to do an online for Red Dead 3, especially since they didn't really make that much money. Players aren't really playing the game. They're mostly playing GTA 5. So they most likely will give the online counterparts to GTA 6. So yeah, let's just keep that in mind. That's what I think personally, but you guys can share your comments and what you think is most likely going to happen. So yeah, hopefully they give Red Dead 3 a DLC and just add in some new characters, new storyline, new guns. That's just what I think they should do. But yeah, I don't really think they're gonna do it online, especially with the few players that are still playing Red Dead 2's online. I don't really think it's gonna happen, but that's just what I think. You guys can share your thoughts in the comment section below and what you think. Maybe it could get it online, maybe it won't. We'll see, especially when GTA 6 comes out. But yeah, they should just do an online with just leave it with Red Dead 2 and not move that up to Red Dead 3. So that's just what I think. Make sure to share your thoughts in the comment section below if you agree or disagree. Maybe you think they should have both. Maybe they could have an online and a DLC, but hey, we'll see how it goes. Anyways, that's it from me. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to subscribe. We're almost at 100 subscribers with 79 subscribers at filming this video. So if you're not subscribed, make sure to subscribe so we can get to 100 subscribers. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm the Meister, and I'll see you guys next time.
Tight, yeah. Blue, yellow, pink.